Alright guys, so now let's see. Okay. It's working now. Um, Welcome, first off, to my Minecraft survival multiplayer map. Coal, perfect. Please tell me you have trees. Yes, good. Oops. Alright, anyways, this is the second episode, and again, this is just gonna be one of those series I do, and it's gonna be very boring when we start off, just because I can't fucking talk. I'm trying to get a few things going, and I'm trying to get a different recording program because mine's kind of acting up, and it's complete and is very intensive on my computer while I record. So I'm going to try to find a new software. Probably just gonna get Fraps. So this was kind of a waste of I think like $100, but I still need the editing software because I don't have that, and I'm not gonna use Windows Movie Maker. But anyways, in the last episode I showed you guys the arena. I didn't get that configured quite yet. That'll be in the upcoming episodes though. However, I am gonna start working on the other arena, and the way I'm gonna start off is I'm gonna have to start just digging a whole lot, and just mine so much cobble and stone and all this other crap that it gets to the point. The hell? I thought I had this all lit up. Hello, Mr. Skeleton. Yeah, I'm gonna basically farm a bunch of stone, get a bunch of stone bricks, and then hopefully at the end of this episode I can start working on the other pillar. I don't know exactly if we can do that or not, but we will try. Anyways, I gotta mine a bunch of stone right here. Let's see, where would be a good place to just farm here? We'll do it here. So anyways, since this will be insanely boring to watch, instead of me sitting here trying to talk about gaming and all this other crap that I normally do in every other episode, I figured this would be a good time to tell something interesting, like stories from my life or other things like that. Kind of like a little blog, if you will, a vlog, I guess would be a better term for it. Just because if I sat here and talk about gaming and all this other stuff, I'd be basically saying the exact same things I say in all of my other videos. So it would be insanely boring to watch. And since I'm sitting here mining all this cobblestone, smooth stone now, it's just gonna get really boring to watch. And I'd rather have you guys get enjoyment out of one of my life's fails or just something really funny and stupid than watch me mine for 30 minutes. And the only reason I'm just using this silk touch is because I don't want to waste time smelting all this into smooth stone. So, and I'm not digging this for a specific reason. I'm just kind of, it's in the cave, it's safe in here, so I might as well just, dig this way and see, maybe this could be room for an extra expansion. Maybe not. I don't quite know. But anyways, let's see. What's a good story to tell you guys about? I probably should have thought about this beforehand. One second, please. Alright, you know what would be a very good story to tell you? This happened just a few weeks ago. So I moved down to Utah, met my neighbors, they're Hawaiian, very nice. But there's one night, it was like 4 in the morning or something insane like that, that someone in the park was playing music. I pay no mind to it because, normally I have my music loud and I really don't care. Someone in the park, if you want to play your music, fine. If someone complains, they can complain. I'm not going to stop them. But anyways, my neighbor decides to send his son, like a little 5-year-old kid, over to our house, bang on my window, which is right next to my computer, and I was recording during this. Banged on my window and sat there and said, I have to turn down my music. So me, not want to make a big fuss out of it, I go upstairs, tell my dad, like, hey, the neighbor's at the window, he's saying the music's too loud, and it's not our music. So, my dad goes out on our balcony and starts yelling at the kids, saying you can't bang on the windows or anything like that. The kid starts yelling back. And keep in mind, this kid's like 5 years old, and my dad is mid-50s. So, I mean, this kid was like probably scared out of his mind. But anyways, that was going on. And this entire time, my mom, who was sleeping, decided to come down and ask what's going on. I said, well, The man was banging on my window, complaining about music, and then she began saying, "There's no music around here. I'm gonna call the cops." So she calls the cops, and this goes on until about 6 in the morning. In which case, they got yelled at because you can't, it's not legal to go around banging on someone's windows. And then I also got told to keep the music down, which I wasn't playing any music. So we got that all sorted out, and things have been mostly quiet over here the last couple of days, but it's still just kind of funny how you would send your kid over, bang on a window, tell someone their music is too loud when, it should just be one of those things for it should be one of those things for that should be common sense, and that's, against the law, but apparently to them it's not. But anyways, on to a little bit of a different tangent. I am recording this a bit earlier because tomorrow and today actually me and my family were going out to look at a house because we don't like living in a duplex. No given reason, just I've always hated living in a duplex, and so has my mother. So we just sit here and try to move. And we looked at a house today that was okay, and all this other stuff. And we're looking at 5 tomorrow. And I'm gonna be insanely tired, so that's why I'm recording this at I'm recording this at 9 o'clock at night compared to my normal recording times of 4:30 in the morning. So I'm a bit more lively. I have more things to talk about because I actually still think straight. So it's probably good that I'm recording now, but it's kind of weird to record this early. But let's see, is there any other little tidbits of information? In the future videos, if you hear any barking or anything, okay. But when we moved to Arizona, we brought our 2 Dachshunds with us, but we also had 2 dogs, a Beagle named Trooper and a Golden Retriever named Buddy. When we moved, we didn't want to take them with us just because we weren't sure where we would be staying, so we thought it would be better off for them to stay back with my brother, who came down to visit us just this past weekend. Okay. So, because we, miss the dogs, we told him, hey, bring Buddy and Trooper with you. Well, he has to bring his fiance's dog, Maverick, which this thing's it's a mix between a German Shepherd and a Great Dane, and let's just say it ate a rabbit. Yeah, let's just say the dog ate a rabbit. Okay? So, which obviously means it's either not trained or it's not fed. Which I can tell you, that dog is trained, but it's just not fed. Because we got our dog back, and, Golden Retriever is supposed to be, a healthy couple, 120 to 150. Our Golden Retriever was about, 90 pounds. You could see his bones and stuff, so we got him, and we told our brother that, you can't have the dogs like this. Well, and then he just began saying, well, Janet, which that's his fiance, is a veterinarian assistant. But she calls herself a veterinarian, but she isn't. She assists other veterinarians, but she calls herself one. Says that that's a healthy weight for Golden Retriever, 90 pounds. When I said it's not a healthy weight for Golden Retriever, common sense tells you that. So we got into an argument, and it eventually came down to we asked them how much food they were feeding our dogs, and they were feeding the Golden Retriever and the Beagle a cup of food a day, not once in the morning, not once at night, just the entire 24 hours they fed him 1 cup of dog food. And when my fiance's dog, he got, I believe it was 4 cups of dog food a day. So we asked him, well, why does her dog get 4 cups of food? And then my brother sat there and said, well, he has stomach problems. And it's just well, if he has stomach problems, he should be getting less food a day. He shouldn't be the one getting more. We had a fight about that, and then when Maverick got down here, this is my brother's fiance's dog, he began just pissing on everything. He peed on the frickin' cover, he peed on our frickin' chair, and it was pissing us off. So we sat there and said, Janet, control your dog. She goes, that's not my dog, that's your guys' dog. Talking to our Dachshunds. So we sat there and said, it's not our dog, he's going around just, relieving himself all over our furniture. So she basically sat there and said, well, it's not my dog, it's impossible it's my dog's trained to go outside. And we just stared at her, and Maverick actually walked up behind her and then began to relieve himself on our wall. So what did she do? She's staring right at him, and then she said, oh, it must be your Dachshund. It must have taught him that. And I just wanted, that pissed me off when she said that. I mean, it's just you can't blame our dogs that are trained. They are trained to an extent, but they are trained to not, like, you know, go around and pissing shit everywhere. But her dog just does wherever, and she blames it on us. So it got to the point where later that night we decided, like, okay, we told my brother we're going to keep Buddy and Trooper, even though we're not even supposed to have 2 dogs in this place. We just said, okay, we're going to keep Buddy and Trooper. If you want to pick him up when you move out here, because he plans on moving to Utah or Arizona in October, fine, you can take him back, but you need to feed them more. And it was basically like we had to baby him. We had to sit there and explain to him, like, you know, you need to feed them more. You can't sit by and watch as they are basically suffering from hunger. So he said, okay, you guys can watch them. And then they went down to Arizona, because that's where my brother wanted to look at. Janet went with him. And just, I think I said my brother's name is Jeff. But anyways, he goes down there with his fiance. And he's sitting there, oh, this is so awesome. It's so cool out here. The weather is nice and all this other stuff. And then his fiance, the smart, stupid redneck she is. And when I say smart redneck, I mean she's like, she lives way out in this. I don't want to say she lives way out in the sticks. She lives in kind of like, when I was in Illinois, we lived in like a little. It's not a farming community. It's more higher end. It's just like a little suburb, I guess, of a major city, you know. But where she lived in, it was mostly a farming community and like a town of like 1,100. So everyone knew each other in that town. So we say she's a bit of a redneck because she has like 1 million animals. She has like 4 ducks, 5 rabbits. Well, 4 now after her dog ate one. You know, they had the 3 dogs. Now they only have the 1. You know, I think they have chinchillas. They have just a huge assortment of animals, and like 4 cats. Forgot the cats. So she thinks she can take care of all of them, and they're all pretty sickly. It got to the point where my brother actually told her that she cannot get any more animals, or else, you know, he'll call animal control and have them all taken away. So she did eventually stop getting them. They still have ducks and rabbits and all this other crap, but she at least takes care of them, more so than our dogs. But anyways, that's not the point. She goes down to Arizona, and you know, they drive through one of the major cities, and as anyone with a brain knows, Arizona is just north of the Mexican border. It borders Mexico, right? So she gets down there, and the first thing apparently that comes out of her mouth is, what's with all the Mexicans? So, first off, I would just like to say, you're in Arizona. Did you expect it to be, you know, what did you expect? Did you expect Mexicans? And my brother asked her that, and she said no, she didn't expect it. I mean, it's just like, you're in Arizona. What do you expect to be there? And then she said it was really dirty and all this other stuff, and it was just really, really stupid stuff. And then at the end of it, and Levi's on League of Legends. 1 second. Okay. So, you know, at the end of the trip, my brother asks her, like, hey, so if I move here, would you mind going with me? And she goes, well, there's lots of Mexicans and it's really dirty. So my brother basically sat there and said, okay, you know, I've been up with this shit for, I think, like 6 years now or something like that. He basically said that if she does want to go to Arizona, that's fine, and he'll go without her. So basically, it's like one of those ultimatum things. But he probably won't do it because he said that countless times. But anyways, so today we got a phone call from him saying that can we look for him a house in Utah. So that's really nice. Except his fiance just said let's look for a house in Illinois. So that is kind of assuming the fact that she doesn't want to come out to Arizona. Which my brother basically already said that to her. But that's, I think, as far as the story is gonna go. There's not much else to say, really. Why'd I throw that there? I'm just gonna pick him right back up. I think that's all for story time for today. I almost got a full inventory of stone. I don't think it's going to be much, but it'll at least help us work on the arena a little bit. I hope this wasn't too boring to watch. I know that I'm not really used to doing these little story things just because I don't really figure out beforehand, before I record anyways, what I plan on saying, when I probably should get at least, not like a whole, you know, transcription of what I plan on saying, but just a rough idea, like jot down a few notes saying like, okay, I'm going to talk about this, then this, then this, or something to that extent, which I don't even do that, which I probably should. That's why I stutter. I should have muted my mic for that. Sorry, but that's why I kind of stutter and so there's a lot in the video, just because I don't really know what else to talk about. Another stack. We don't need that one piece of gravel. So I really should start like getting like a sheet out and start writing down what I plan on saying. So this video may be a bit on the boring side because of that. Whenever I have to do another one of these mining expedition, I'll do that. Oh, I gotta say something. When I move, let's see, we need 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Alright. I counted that wrong, did I? But anyways, when we move, I'm hoping that there's a chance for us to get a better internet connection. In which case, I am going to start streaming again. I basically just streamed StarCraft before, but I do plan on start streaming again, and I also plan on recording as I stream, which I hardly ever did that. It was mostly I would record, and then I would stream something completely different, which I do want to try to... Why'd I come here? I don't need to go there. Which I wouldn't... I normally don't... Oh, wait, okay. Why do I think 4 stacks of this only made 1 stack of stone bricks? There's going to be plenty. So anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, if I move, I will be doing a live stream, and to celebrate that, me being able to live stream again, that is, I will be doing a 24-hour live stream whenever I move and I get situated. So if any of you guys have been wanting to see my live stream or anything like that, or if you are just bored one day, I will be doing a 24-hour live stream when I get the internet for it. So that'll be fun. Especially since I've always wanted to do one, and it's gonna be one of those things where I'm not gonna ask for donations, but because that'd be really stupid if I did, especially with the 1 or 2 viewers I get. But if I do get more viewers on my stream, like at least like 500, constantly, I would do 24-hour streams a lot more often. Maybe not too much. Just because when school starts in August, I obviously can't do it until a 4-day weekend, until vacation, or something like that. So obviously when school starts, I'm not going to be doing it, but I will still stream when school is starting, because if I go to the school I plan on going to, I'm taking college classes, so like I go to school from 6 to 7. And then from 7 to 8 I'm basically have time off. 8 to 9:15 I have school, then 9:15 to like 10 I have off. 10 to like 10:45, and then 10:45 to 11:30 I have classes, and then from noon to 1:15 I have a class, and then I'm out at 1:15. So I get out basically an hour early. Actually, that's about 2 hours early. And then I have all the time in between classes, so it will be able to do that. And with that schedule, I will get out in, I believe he said December, like the 8th of December, I want to say. I think I have to go until the 24th, though, because not the 24th, what am I talking about? That's way too late. I know my college courses would end the 8th. I think my actual classes end like 14th or 15th or something, I don't know. So I would still have to go in for those classes, but after that quarter, I would basically be done with high school. So in December, as long as everything stays the same, I'll be done in December. And then if I do get a following, 500 viewers, I would be taking donations, but all the donations would be going to a charity. I don't feel right taking money if any of you guys do donate it. It's gonna be the same thing with this YouTube channel. If I do ever monetize this, which I probably never will, but if I do, I would just do it. I would just get the money for the ads. I would not accept donations. If you do want to donate, I would take the money and then send it to a what's it called? A charity. Sorry, a charity of your choice. Or probably just a charity I pick. If you want to donate me $20, fine, but I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to send it to a charity. And of course, the only reason I would keep it is if I was in a dire need for money, which that shouldn't be an issue anytime soon. But if I am in a dire need of money and like in one of those situations, then I probably would say like, hey, if you guys want to donate, fine. Oh, my throat's getting dry. Hold on, I need a drink. Sorry about that. But anyways, I said before I do not plan on running ads on my stream, which I don't. I plan on staying by that. Even if, you know, I do become a pro StarCraft gamer, which again, probably not going to happen, but even if I do, I will still never run ads on my live stream just because it's like, okay, if I have a YouTube and a live stream and they're both doing fairly well, I would really feel right only monetizing one or the other, which in theory the live stream is probably the smart choice not to do, because if I get, you know, 1,000 viewers and I don't know how much it is per, you know, how much it is per ad, I think it's like a couple cents, but you know, that could be a lot. But also my YouTube videos could have, I'm just saying this, my YouTube videos could have 20,000, and if I upload 3 or 4 of those a day, then that'll be a lot more than what I could get. Okay, but I still do not, I need to get rid of some of this stuff. This iron can go away. I don't need the iron. And goodbye. I also need a workbench. Probably should have figured this all out beforehand, but I really don't like the base of that. I need to figure out something to do for that. I should have made an axe too. Alright, let's make that into that. Get a workbench here. Pop. Okay, that's all I want. I just wanted to get enough room so I can tear this down. Tear down the base of this thing. See, this looked fine, but hello there. Anything else down here? Hello? Ah! Shoot. I'm gonna actually throw away these melons so I can pick up this other stuff. So I don't know how I plan on doing this quite yet. I haven't really gotten that far in my thinking. The only thing I know for sure is that I do want to change this. So, how are we going to do this? And I probably will. Most of these episodes will be just me collecting supplies for this, you know, this one thing. There may be a couple of episodes where I don't work on this, but this is going to be the main focus of this series. I should just call this, not a multiplayer server series, I should just call this a building series. That's basically what it is. I should have moved that workbench closer. But yeah. This is more going to be just a building thing I do. Where I do these huge builds like this, and then I work just from there. So I'm actually going to run out of inventory space again, but whatever. It's not like I have any to begin with. Alright, so how are we going to do this then? See, I was going to do something originally, something like this. And then have it be like something like that. So that just looked way too small. Or not really all that sloped. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just like, it's not really all that slow. I mean, it could look good, but that's what I tried doing with the other thing. Now, let me try putting this all the way around then, and then we'll see what it looks like that way. Maybe that'll be a better way to gauge this. And here we will have a block there. This will come out more. we have another block, then this would come out one more, and then another block. Actually, no, that's not bad. Maybe something else besides those blocks, but that's not really all that bad. That's not as bad as I thought it would be. So we need to get a bunch of these stairs then, eh? And good thing I left the workbench on the way over there. Incoming workbench! So a smart idea, move it all the way over here. Alright. So that. So it goes like this, and then like that, and then that, and then this. Yeah, you know, I like that a lot better. Maybe I'll use something else besides these stone bricks. But as of now, I think this will do just nicely. Maybe in the final thing, I may have glowstone there instead of the... Oops, wow. Instead of the stone blocks. But I don't know, that will probably be one of the last things I do. Block. Alright. So block. Damn it. Damn it! Is that one right? I think that one was actually right. Oh, isn't that good? Alright, so I'll just put these torches here just to light up the area around it. Probably should put torches all throughout this thing, but I haven't gotten that far yet. Oops. Let's see how that looks like from afar. And I'll probably tear down a path through the jungle as well, so I mean, that'll do just nicely. That'll do nicely. And those symbols, I don't know if I plan on keeping those or not. I did that just for the hell of it. Alright, now this is where I decided the next one will go. The next tower, but it should be like this now. Then like that, and then like that. So how wide is this? I think it's been a while since I worked on this. I don't 1, 2, 3. Okay, 6 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So 6 by 6. With this being the corner. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that should be good then, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Alright, I'll probably extend this dirt out on probably my next visit. I need to figure out how high that is though. Shoot, I wish I remembered all this. Alright, so from the top of this, which will be right there. 1, 2, 3. Shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So these are 25 high then. From the top of the little design I make. Oh, you asshole, you almost blew that up. Alright, so we said it was 20 high, right? I hope I said it was 20 high, but anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's not high enough. 21, 22, 23. Did I count wrong? I think I counted wrong. Shit. Alright, I think that's the right height. I think. Shit! I really don't want to build a path there, but I need to figure out how high this needs to be. Damn it. How did I forget already? Or rather, how did I count wrong? So it needs to be one higher. Bam, alright. Shoot, I want to go from this side. So I want to keep these videos the same as my Let's Play, about 40 to 45 minutes. The nice thing about these is that chances are I probably won't have to cut anything out. So, alright, break that. Alright, now we're going for that pool of water right there. And made it. Now I need to get out. Alright, and out we are. I have to get some dirt. Anyways, collect all this. The precious stone brick. Pretty sure I just walked past a skelly. So I guess to end this episode, I'll do the base here. I'll kill off the rest of this base. Then I can't even kill off this base because I don't have enough dirt. You know what, I'm just gonna end the episode here. I'll have this base like this, or I'll end it after I get all this, and I'll see you guys. Oops, shit. There we go. I'll see you guys next time.